Well, I've enjoyed it very much. It's a great privilege to represent the people of Middle, and I am really enjoying that. Well, first of all, I'm delighted with the report by Sir Jonathan Michael, which was commissioned by Treasury, where I am a member. It was very apparent to myself and others that the health service faced some significant challenges, some due to demographics in terms of our rapidly aging population, but also it's kind of lurched from various kind of crises to crises in terms of funding, in terms of structure. So I think it was great that we had a recognised leader in the health care field. So Jonathan was chief executive of a very successful NHS trust in the UK, and hopefully he's given us a framework which we can use to put together a health service for the future, which will really meet the needs of the Manx people. Well, I think if you look at our population, it's been relatively flat, which has been a concern for me, because if you look at our demographics, that is not good. So what I've been arguing for is we need to grow the economically active population, and that I think has proved more challenging than. And it hasn't gone as well as I would have liked. All the growth that we've seen in the population over the last 3 years, it has grown slightly by about 250 per year, but it's all in the over 65s, which is fine. But what I've been really strongly asking for is we grow the economically active population. We look at efficiency in government, particularly using technology to perhaps make us a bit more effective in the centre, and rebalance our demographics. But I'm also really keen that we grow that in a sustainable way. I think there's increasing awareness now of the opportunity that brownfield sites present for us, because we must grow the population, particularly economically active population, to tackle some of the challenges we've got. But we must also do it in a sustainable way. And if we look at what's happened previously, the trends in terms of large out-of-town development, in terms of concreting over the Manx countryside, whilst at the same time, what you've seen is our towns have declined. So the centre of Douglas is a bit shabby, it's a bit down at heel. You could make similar comments about a number of our town centres. So what I've been really promoting is we must grow, but we can do this in a much more intelligent way than we have seen previously. If you look at the vacancy rate, which people haven't really been talking about very much, but the last census in 2016 showed that 15% of the homes in the island were empty. So that's 6,500 properties, which is really a staggering figure. You're always going to have some vacancy rates because people are moving house, and some people have holiday homes. Generally it's 4% in the British Isles, which so 21% is the vacancy rate in the east. So 1 in 5 properties in Douglas is empty. So if you look at Jersey, which is probably a better match for us than some other places in the UK, their vacancy rate is 7%. So what I'm asking is, what's our strategy on that? What is our housing strategy? Because it's critically important. And I also believe now, with the climate change emergency, that it makes absolute sense for us to be looking at urban development as a priority, and really looking to safeguard our countryside. Well, I guess there's a lot of individual examples where I'm proud of. I've been able to steer people in the right direction or help them with particular challenges that they've had. It's probably wrong for me to talk about individual personal examples, but as I say, I've worked, I think, effectively with the local authorities, looking at some of the issues that we've got in the middle, particularly around road safety. So looking at the condition of our roads and speed limits on our roads, and trying to help people cross the road more safely. So I'm pleased that some of that is now starting to come. I think there's more to be done. I'm also pleased that we are looking to improve the Heritage Trail, which runs directly through Middle between Douglas and Peel, and that will help many people who use that for leisure and also for commuting. Well, I think certainly on a personal situation. I'm looking very much at the Eastern Area Plan. So the public inquiry is scheduled for September, and actually the first meeting of that is on Thursday, so I will be there. A number of my constituents are very concerned about that. I also have a number of concerns about the Eastern Area Plan. So that's a big job for me over the autumn. There's lots and lots of things to go at, which is, I guess, the beauty of this job. You're busy, but there's a variety of things, and hopefully making a positive difference to not just the people in Middle, but more widely for the island.